Irving.
Finally.
I'm okay.
I was dying on this chair.
You're right. That room freaked me out. So, I looked around the entire hotel, and if there's still a chance of getting to the bottom of this story, then it's gotta be behind the locked door on the last floor, in the attic.
That wing has been condemned for years.
I know, I'll be careful.
Okay.
There are too many things that I took for granted. It's as if someone was putting pieces of my past in front of me, to show them to me under another light.
Who are you talking about, Nikki?
Maybe me. In my music box, I found the medal I won the night Rachel died. Dad could have put it there, and if he did, there must be a reason.
It all sounds insane.
The night Rachel died. Maybe I have to start from there. I played in that really long hockey game. But what was going on in the meantime? You remember that night, Irving?
I think I was at church with my family.
Church. That night we had a mass for the poor here. We held one every year. As usual, Mom volunteered to take me to the game, but she was so busy with the soup kitchen that I was afraid she was going to be late. I remember while she ran around, she said she ordered me to close the mezzanine.
You mean the intermediate floor above the reception? What's in there?
A storeroom.
Have you been up there?
No, I'd forgotten all about it. I'd better take a look before moving on. Irving? Hello? Can you hear me? I'm on the mezzanine, and it's a nightmare. There are mannequins everywhere. They're set up like in a scene. There's one with a hockey stick. Wait, what the fuck? That's my stick! If you're listening to me, whoever set up this representation, I think they want to tell me that Rachel was killed? But why my hockey stick? Hello? Hello? Oh God, why isn't he answering? Irving, I swear I'm not kidding. This is a huge deal. If you can hear me, it's time to make that phone call.
Where are you, Nicole?
It's about time. Did you hear my messages?
How many doors have you opened, Nicole? How many are still missing?
What? Are you drunk?
Keep going.
Hello? Hello, Irving. Hello?
I imagine you found my room.
What? What does all this mean?
That's a question I've asked myself many times. What does all this mean, Irving? How far do you want to push yourself? How much can you take?
What?
Every memory. Painstakingly gathered, every reconstructed piece, every little element retrieved from the dark. A photo, a hairband, a lipstick. It means remembering, Rachel. That's what all this means. I didn't choose this path. I had to do it.
What did you do, Irving?
These walls ooze with memories. The memories get into the walls. Under the floorboards, they creep into the crawl spaces.
You're not with FEMA. You... Jenkins... You never talked to him. Your boss, the phone call, all those weird events. You were behind all of them.
Someone had to bring the last piece of the memory puzzle here. The most important one. You.
Me?
Your father wanted to keep you out of it. I convinced him that only you could resolve the equation, as he called it.
I don't understand.
How could you? Over the last few days, you got a little taste of what it means to dig around in the past, hunting for memories that scratch away behind every wall in the night. We did it for years, day after day after day.
All lies.
I have nothing against lies. I grew up around lies. But now it's time for the truth to come out. Finally.
Who are you, really?
I want to tell you a story. There was an invisible boy. Like everyone, he just wanted to run on the grass, ride a bike, swim in the lake in summer. But his father had other plans for his soul. In his dark world made of silence and prayer, there shone only one star. His wonderful sister. A heavenly creature that spent hours telling him fairy tales in secret. She who told him what a free and strong man he would become one day.
Rachel?
She was like that. Free and strong. At the time, I didn't understand her dyslexia. Or what retard meant. That's what they called her at school. But I could hear her cry at night. I wanted to protect her. But I couldn't. One day, that beautiful, luminous creature met someone. A human being that saw her. For real.
My dad.
Yes. And I was the invisible witness of what happened. A love. Simply a love. Nothing more, nothing less. But that love was too much, and it would be punished. Who paid for this love, Nicole?
Rachel. Rachel was your sister. Now I remember you.
You were too caught up with your hatred for Rachel to notice the innocent little kid that sometimes tagged along.
Yes, it's true. I hated her. But I was just a jealous kid.
Doesn't matter. Those days are over.
How could I have forgotten you?
I was raised to be forgotten.
What do you want from me?
The day my sister paid with her life for her love, we all died. We make up the history of the Timberline.
It was a tragedy. But you...
We all got frozen there, in that very moment. In that confined horizon of events. As you'll understand. As you've already begun to understand.
For the first time in years, I depended on someone. And this is the result.
You have to keep going. To get to where I wasn't able to go. You will be the new witness. You owe it to us. And you owe it to her.
A few years have passed since I last used this old tape recorder. I think you were in elementary school. I imagine a testament should start in a poised manner. My dear Nicole, my favorite daughter, etc., etc. Poised, weighty, serious, irrevocable. I prefer asking you how you are. How are you, Nikki? You're probably tired. I can imagine. At this point of your journey, the marks and voices of this old hotel will have already whispered all their secrets. You've always been good at solving puzzles. In this, you surely resemble more your mother than me. Irving has always been convinced that you, only you, could surmount the fear and suffering that exuded from these hallways. We tried. We waited. We were terrified. We studied. We listened. We listened to her. But all the love in the world wasn't enough to decipher those muted vowels, those wide open eyes, those tears of light. In your time and space, in the here and now, I will no longer be with you. But it doesn't matter. Trust me, it doesn't. I have a new theory, Nikki. Love is and remains. It is in the wood you stand on, in the walls that keep up this hotel,
Who are you talking
in the air
about?
we breathe. And sometimes it hates. It hates those who didn't allow it, those who cast it aside with indifference, and those who can't recognize it. Stars still emanate their light, even after collapsing, right? There's a lot of light here. There's light in death. I want to free myself of all this darkness. I can no longer see the stars. I'm tired of surviving in this limbo. So, how are you, Nikki? I'm good. I will be good. Figure out what Rachel is saying, Nikki. She's here.
Hello?
Leonard was a very special man. His soul was big enough to love both you and Rachel.
I knew my father's soul better than anyone.
You were just a jealous kid.
Don't you dare try to make me feel guilty. You don't...
I just want you to get to the truth.
So why didn't you tell me about the truth?
Tell who? The Nicole who thought eating beans was the worst tragedy and couldn't wait to finish this business and run away, forgetting everything all over again?
You don't know anything about what my mother and I went through.
But you're different to when you got here. Now you can discover the truth, a truth that otherwise would have destroyed you. I didn't lie to you. I protected you.
Listen, I'm sorry about Rachel. I hated her, and I hated my father, but I never wanted it to end like that. I understand your pain, maybe better than anyone. Betrayal, shame, death. My family was destroyed, just like yours. How much longer does this pain have to last?
It'll be over soon.
What else is there to know?
You want the truth. Well, I can't give it to you. I've already given you everything I could. Now you have to tie the pieces together.
What does that mean?
Your father always said we are the sum of the people we take with us, and you abandoned these people. Here, in this place.
Enough riddles, Irving. I'm tired.
Me, too. You're the only one who can give a finale to this story. It's time you open the last door.
Oh, God. How could I have forgotten? I saw everything. I was there. All the pieces were in front of my eyes.
A kid's eyes.
It was the same night as the hockey game in Missoula. Reverend Foster was so busy with the preparations of the meals for the giving to the poor at the Timberline Church. And my mother, Claire, said that we would get back from the game in time for the distribution. She convinced my father to help the Reverend, and he'd come with his whole family. You and Rachel.
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I couldn't find my stick. I panicked and I went down to the garage. Claire was there, red in the face. Her look.
Her look?
It was just a fleeting feeling. That's why I erased it from my memory. I had to erase it, understand?
What was in her look?
It just wasn't her. It was like a frightful creature. A disturbed, dangerous animal. I've never seen her like that before or after. Not even on her deathbed. And then she put her hands on her hips, exhausted. She smiled. And there she was again, my mom. I thought it must have just been the impression of a moment. I had the finals against Cold Springs High awaiting me. I climbed in the car, throwing my bag into the back seat. My hockey stick was there. Claire said she'd cleaned it. She'd cleaned it.
Go on.
No. I don't.
Go on!
We got there on time and I played. Best game of my life. And the last. Claire was on the bleachers encouraging me and cheering. And then I lost sight of her. For 2 whole periods, I think. And later, when I asked, she said she'd moved because Marty O'Donegal's father was getting on her nerves. But it wasn't true.
Just enough time to go back to the car.
Don't say it. Irving, don't say it. Don't say a thing. I don't... I traveled all the way with Rachel's body and the baby she carried inside of her in the trunk, rolled in the blanket. God, oh my God. She killed Rachel.
Thank you, Nikki.
You've had your revenge. I hope all this gives you the peace you were looking for.
I wanted you to help me uncover the truth.
You're saying you didn't know that Claire...
I was only a kid. Plus, she never wanted me to get to the bottom of it.
Rachel is here?
You know, I think she's still protecting me. But I'm grown up now. Now, we can all be reunited at last.
What? Wait, where are you going? Listen, we can work things out. What happened is terrible, but all the main players in this story are dead. Get it? Dead. We are still alive. We're alive. Me, you, we didn't do anything.
That's exactly what we did wrong, Nicole. We didn't do anything. It's beautiful here. Rachel told me about it so many times, but I never thought it was so beautiful.
What? Irving, where are you?
It's white as far as the eye can see, beyond the mountains.
You left the hotel? But it's too cold. You'll die out there. Irving, please.
I've lived in the dark for years. You freed me. And now I can finally rest in the light. I can... and go back to her.
Don't go. You can't. Don't leave me, too. We have our drink.
It's not a goodbye, my tough, pragmatic, stubborn Nikki. We'll meet again. Another time. Beyond this horizon of events. Everything is...
Irving? Irving? I don't want to stay alone here. Everything seems to be becoming dark. I'm scared. Who's there? Rachel? Is that you? Yes?
Nicole, it's me, Jenkins, the attorney. Finally, I can get through. You don't know how many times I've tried. I can't hear you. The connection's bad. How are you? I was really worried about the storm.
I'm good.
Great. I'm glad. You're sure you
Listen, I don't want to sell the hotel anymore.
What? Damned interference. I didn't catch you. What'd you say?
I don't want to sell the hotel anymore. You've been really nice. Your job is done. Thanks.
Oh, well, I see. Well, you're the owner, and you got every right to decide. But maybe we should talk about it in person. I want to understand. This kind of decision...
I'm back home. And I have to stay here. Forever.
Wait a sec, let's talk. There's also my fee.
You know, Mom, I was thinking about going to the lake. Remember where we went with Uncle John last year? Daddy and I started talking about the stars. You can't see them during the day. But they're always there. You feel like it? I would so like it. And we can have dinner at Doc Smith's diner on the bank. Rachel and Irving could come with us? What do you think? It would be so nice to be all together. Mom, Dad, it would be so nice. Wait, I did all that you asked me. Stop it, please. Anger shouldn't rule our life. You said that. I'm scared. I don't want to die. It's getting dark. I can't see the light. I'll stay here with you, Daddy. Mom, we'll bring back the Timberline to its fortune together. We will be happy again, all together. Yes. Like a whole family. No more anger, just love.